So, if you're anything like me and you like to buy a lot of bags, a lot of shoes and a lot of clothes, and you don't really know where exactly to store them all, I thought I'd kind of share a few of my favourite tips with you of how I store all of my things. Maybe your boyfriend's having a go at you that your flat's a total tip, maybe you've got bags everywhere and everything just looks super untidy. I definitely got to that point and I needed a really good way to store everything, to protect everything and keep everything really, really nice and tidy. So I thought I'd share with you all of my different ways I store my clothes, bags and shoes. Okay, let's start with a super duper easy one. The size of your hangers massively matters. I bought so many of these thinking, oh, these are so pretty, when actually they take up so much room because of how thick they are, and when they're all stored back to back on one row, you find you can only get like 10 coats or something. They look pretty, but they're not that functional. Whereas these guys, they might not look quite as good, but they're so super thin. You can get so many of these on one rail, especially if you're hanging up all your t-shirts and blouses. These are a godsend. Plus, with this kind of velveteen fabric, it means all your dresses don't slide off. Also, where you'll pay maybe £12 for 5 of these, for these you can get like 30 for about a £5. Okay, one of the best space savers I have found is double hanging your clothes. So, say if you have a really large jumper and a really large coat and you like to wear them a lot, hang them together. So for example, hang your jumper with your favourite coat, it massively space saves, and you can pull it out and remember your favourite outfit straight away. So it means you can almost like create a curated wardrobe of all your favourite outfits and space save at the same time. One of the best things I ever did for my wardrobe was genreizing and categorizing my different types of clothes. So for example, up here I have my dresses, down here I have my tops, shirts, blouses and also a tiny bit of gym wear. And then in here I've got all of my coats, long dresses for day, like day wear dresses. Down here I've got trousers, long trousers, jeans, jumpers, shorter jackets, and then more kind of like boucle jackets at the very end. So I found that one of the best ways to hang my dresses, especially seeing as I only have this section to hang them in, I don't have a full length wardrobe, and if you don't either, this might help you. So I started to kind of fold hang my dresses on the hangers. So for example, a dress like this, beautiful dress like this, it'll get creased and all worn and tatty at the bottom if it's in this kind of wardrobe. So I like to hang my dresses and then pull up the very bottoms neatly and tuck them in over here. That means they'll stay crease free, they're not going to get tatty at the bottom, they're not going to get dirty, and they fit nice and neatly in the wardrobe. As a general rule of thumb, what I do with my clothes is that I make sure everything that I love and that I'm wearing a lot is hung up. I always, for so long, kept trying to fold away items, keeping them all super neat and tidy. It never ever works, and I found I wasn't wearing anything that I really liked, all stored away, and I wouldn't be able to see it. So I made a change. I made sure that everything that I'm wearing and really love is inside the wardrobes. I can see it, I can take it out, and I can wear it whenever I like. Things that I don't wear anywhere near as much, I can fold away. And when it comes to folding, make sure that you choose certain types of clothes as well that are better to be folded so they don't crease and they're better for storage purposes. So for example, in here I have my shorts and skirts. Shorts are generally made of either kind of denim materials or not that easily creasable materials, so they're pretty good to fold away. So in here I have all of my denim shorts all folded. I can easily see them, they're all together, and they're not going to take up heaps of room inside of a wardrobe. Here I have denim, then I have my more cotton style shorts. Below those I have my skirts. Again, all neatly folded down. And then over here I have another layer of skirts. So it's kind of the skirts and shorts folded drawer, and it keeps everything super neat and tidy. If you're anything like me and you like to buy a lot of jeans and hoard your jeans for years, you might have quite an extensive collection. So I found one of the best ways to store my jeans was actually to hang them up, especially in different types of jean styles. So for example, I keep all of my whites and lighter colours together. I keep my ripped darker jeans together, and I've also got my mid-blue non-ripped jeans. Then on one hanger I have my leather trousers, I have my palazzo trouser hanger, I have my ordinary trouser hanger. But the reason this works is just because one day when I want to wear a pair of ripped dark jeans, I can go straight to that exact hanger and find the exact pair that I need. The best thing I ever found for bra storage, rather than throwing all of your bras into like your knicker drawer and it's being a complete and utter mess, was to place them in one little drawer like this. So I started placing them back to back, so all the cups sit inside each other. It keeps them nice and tidy. It also protects them, because I know that we always like to buy maybe the odd expensive bra, so it keeps them so much nicer. Plus you can actually see what bras you want to wear on the day you want to wear them, rather than rooting through, not being able to find your favourite bra. They're literally all lined up, super easy to find. When it comes to shoes, this is the first super easy one, but make sure to always keep the filling in the shoes. So easy to get a new pair of shoes, throw away all the box, all the fillings, and just sort of store your shoes away. And then it gets to a point where you're going away on holiday, or maybe everything's just got a bit jumbled and all your shoes are getting laid on top of each other. So if you make sure you keep all the fillings inside the shoes, it ensures they stay their perfect condition for as long as physically possible. You don't want to be spending so much money on shoes and then finding that they lose all of their shape because you didn't keep the filling. Then it comes to kind of storing the shoes, and I know that if you've got lots of different types of shoes like me, maybe you've collected a lot over the years, you might not have quite enough space to store them all on one shelf, for example. So I found that storing them back to back really helps save us a little bit extra space. So for example, one shoe this way, one shoe the other way, one shoe this way, one shoe the other way, one shoe this way, one shoe the other way. I can get 3 sets of shoes on this shelf. If I place them all like this, I'd get 2 sets of shoes on this shelf. Just a tiny bit of space saver. And the same thing with stilettos. If you've got a lot of stilettos, they can take up a lot of room. So I've found that placing them kind of in rows next to each other, front and back on top of each other, works so well. So for example, one shoe at the back and then place the other one inside with the heel in front of it, just so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shoes all in a row. They're not ruining each other, the heels are safely supported inside the other shoe, it's not causing any holes or damage, but it makes sure it's where you can see all of your shoes nice and neat. Like I mentioned with clothing, I find the best way to find my shoes and the ones I want to wear on a particular day is just to categorise and genreise my shoe collection as well. So for example, in here I have all of my different types of boots. At the top, heel boots, larger heel boots. I've got my Dior boots in this section, and again, very pointed toe heeled boots. And in this one, this is a little bit more messy, there's so much in here. But again, I have everything categorised. So a lot of sandals. I'm not that bothered about getting my sandals more kind of dirty. They're all together. I know I always take them on holiday and get them in the sand anyway, so they're all good. Then here I have my kind of taller ankle length stiletto style shoes. I've got mules. Here I've got kind of heeled sandals. And then all below I have my stiletto collection and then a few boots and trainers. And then onto my bag collection, and the best thing I ever did with my bags was buy this unit so I could make sure all my bags were sat side by side. Even if you've not got a space for a unit or you've not got anything like this, just having somewhere to store your bags side by side makes such a massive difference. It means I can see them all, they're not getting damaged, they are safe and secure, they're not being squashed, you know, they're just kept really, really nice. And you can see each and every bag and the colour that you want to take out on the day super easily. When it comes to storing bags, I know a lot of people like to store them in different ways, and a lot of people also like to keep them in their dust bags just to make sure they don't get any dust on them, they don't get damaged. That's totally fine, but for me, I like to be able to see my bags so I can kind of get more inspiration as to what might go with my outfit. So instead of storing my bags inside the dust bag, instead I put the dust bag inside of my bags. So for example, with this Chanel travel bag, this is stuffed full of my dust bags. It just means that this bag is then keeping its shape so much better. It's also a good place just to keep the dust bags so they don't go missing. If you've got lots of bags, you've got millions of dust bags, just go everywhere. So keep them all in one place, and it just means that you keep a beautiful shape to your bags at all times. And that also means that when you're maybe going away or you need to pack your bags for some reason, you already have the dust bags ready to go and ready to pack away. And the last tip when it comes to bags, to keep them all nice and tidy and just looking their absolute best, I find the best way to store them is to make sure all the straps are inside the bag. So rather than having your bag tucked inside with all the straps everywhere and getting in the way, so for each and every one of your bags, just take the strap, pack it inside, and store it away. And that is it. Those are my best hacks or tips when it comes to how I store my bags, shoes and clothes. Like I said, so many of you have asked me, so I really hope it's kind of helped you when it comes to your own clothing dilemmas. Let me know down below in the comments if this video was useful, and make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're brand new here, I would love it if you subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button on the screen now. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon, guys. Bye! Mwah.